What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Steph Lover here. Another episode of Hard Hats and High Heels in full effect. My man Clinton is MIA. It's Super Bowl time. You know what he did for a living, so he's down there in Minnesota. That's what he said he was.
Go
so.
Eagles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, we got a Philly dude in the house, and
That's
we
right.
talking Go Eagles off
You know
the
what I
break.
mean?
And listen, it's party time all the time on Hard Hats and High Heels, so let's hear it for Tracey Lee, y'all.
What up, what up, what
HU
up, what up, what up, what up, what
alumni.
up?
And before I even get started, you know, the 90s is my era. That's
doubt.
really how I got started in hip hop. I used to intern for KRS-One.
Absolutely.
And I remember you gave me this, and for some reason, I still have it. I've moved about 10 times.
What?
So I thought I'd fuck your head up with this one time. Y'all see this?
Wow.
Look, shit is done. I ain't even dust this shit
Nah,
over.
that's crazy.
Disrespectful all over the
but
goat and shit.
You don't understand. Like
Y'all see that?
I've been looking for this for like years, and you're the second person. DJ Nabs, I did the same thing, signed one for him personally, but he pulled his joint out, and I paused, and I you know what I mean, and I posted it on IG, and so everybody went crazy. But now you pulled, this is crazy.
So this is how old this is. This is when my name was Lover.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Before I became the Lover.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So explain this picture, T. Why
man.
was this so significant?
Oh man, well that was during the studio session. Actually, it was at D&D Studios. You know what I mean?
You look like a student right here.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Premier, you know what I'm saying? We was in the studio, and this was actually the making of Keep Your Hands High. So in this particular photo, and I didn't know it was getting snapped, and that's why this joint is so authentic, is that basically Biggie was
Dropping jewels,
what?
look like.
About the business. Like he, at that particular time, was teaching me more about the game than I had heard from anybody, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, D-Dot was giving me some jewels at the same time too, but this is coming from a current artist at that particular, that was at the top of his game. So, you know, that's why this is so significant, you know what I mean?
So answer me one question. I heard this was Big's last recording session.
Absolutely.
And that's another reason why it's so
Yeah.
historic in a sense.
And
It's the last record he recorded.
and kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of eerie. I mean, but in a good way. But you just never knew that this was gonna be it.
That
And
was
then the
it.
next time, you know what I'm saying, he's out of here. You know what I mean? So that was
Coochie
crazy.
fresh.
Yes.
So-
You see the Coogee, you see
You know it?
You know what I mean?
You know he got that from
Yeah,
DC though,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
You know that was a
yeah,
DC
yeah.
thing, the Coogee on Shelter Rayful and all
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
That's it. Cause you hoodie,
I'm hoodied up.
you grimy jersey hoodie
yeah,
out. I
that's
be Philly
Carhartt,
out.
you know what I mean? I had the Timbs on, you know what it is. Like
The classic braids, all of
Exactly.
that. No jewels, you know
And
this
see,
guy?
let me tell you something about the
Different
braids.
era back then,
Look,
baby.
shout out to AI, but AI tell you, I was the first cat in Philly to be rocking the Philly.
The
Like
AI
Philly
bitch
cats
your
is clean
swag.
cut, you know what I mean?
Allen Iverson, it's official. Allen
shout out to
Iverson
my man,
bit
though.
Tracy Lee swag.
He know it.
So, I mean, that's a perfect place to start. I found that when we said we were doing this interview, I was like, don't forget to put that shit in the car. Don't forget to put it, because
that's
it's,
what's up.
you know, I've had it for so long. How did that session even come about?
Well, shout out to Mark Fitz and Boston, the whole Boston Universal team. You know, they still doing great things today.
So you used to be signed.
To Boston.
Let them know. You
I
used
was
to be-
I was Bostorm's first artist, you know what I'm saying? Like Bostorm now, for those people that are you know, in 2018, they deal with J. Cole, they deal with Miguel, they deal with, you know, Mark also deals with Chris Brown, you know, some of the heavyweights in the game. But I was actually the first artist signed to Boston University, you know what I'm saying, or Boston Entertainment.
And he.
And Mark
back
Pence went to
then-
Howard too, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
he
saying?
went to Howard, and he was also Big's manager.
Absolutely. So
And he's
that's how that
depicted.
came
He's
about.
depicted in the movie.
Yep.
He's the guy that when Big first finds out his mom first had breast cancer. Is that Mark?
Yes,
That
but you know they also executive produced that film.
he also executive produced
Yeah,
that.
so yeah, that's him. That's
So
him.
how did you even meet Mark? Just because he went to Howard?
Howard, it's the Howard, you know the Howard connection is deep, man. You know what I mean? We went during the golden era. So you
Yes,
talking about
yes,
Puff,
we
you talking
did.
about Mark Anthony Anderson, Taraji P. Henson, like all of these.
Did you know them back then? Because
I knew-
okay, let me tell
Yeah.
you what. I knew Marlon.
Oh yeah. That's my man.
Cockroach
Yep.
from
from Martin
Cosby.
and
Cosby,
yep,
right.
Yep.
No, I mean the guy.
Yeah, he was on Martin
okay,
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And but I don't remember Taji.
I don't remember-
Anthony
I don't-
Anderson.
Anthony came in with me. Like I came
Right.
in '88, so it was me, Anthony, Carl Payne, because I get him.
Yes,
Carl
him
Payne.
too. Okay.
That's the cockroach. Us three came
Right.
in at '88. You know what I'm saying?
And you know who else was there? Tawana Brawley.
Yeah. Oh.
I remember Tawana Brawley was there. you know, coming from New York, that was a big story and shit.
Yeah.
That was a whole nother, that was a sidebar. Y'all don't have to Google that. Y'all don't know about 200 Burley, boy.
Exactly. So, yeah.
But that whole time in hip hop, I mean, at Howard was the formulation of 20 years of hip hop that we enjoy right now.
Absolutely. And if you look at it, like people that are in power positions right now, power brokers, Puff, Anthony Anderson, these guys at the top of the food chain, they running the industry right now. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's just that network that we had. You know what I mean?
You know what I love about it? Because I'll see Taji or I'll see Anthony Anderson. All you gotta say is HU.
You know. That's the answer.
Hey, Taji's son actually goes to Howard.
Yeah.
She transferred him. He had a little incident in LA. And she got his ass right over here. Doing it. And
wise choice.
Doesn't Nick Cannon go to Howard?
Nick Cannon now goes to Howard. Common's daughter goes to Howard. I mean,
no way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was at Convocation. Actually, he performed at Convocation, but I'm sure
that's
that
why
was
he was here last year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because we interviewed him last. Wow. So okay, we at Howard. It's popping. Were you in like a sorority or something?
Nah,
excuse me, a fraternity?
Nah. Definitely one in a sorority.
You was in the sororities, but you wasn't in a sorority.
Yeah, nah. Well, you know, and shout out to my dad. Like, I'm a legacy of sorts. My dad is a Kappa, my brother's a Kappa, my cousin is a Kappa.
And you broke
my
the
mom
chain.
is an AKA, my sister's a Delta. You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
remember you pledging.
But I didn't pledge.
You know, we was into we was into the music.
Absolutely.
What I remember about Howard in that time is that it really wasn't cool to be in a fraternity or sorority. I hate to say it, like the nerds was in the
plus.
I mean, they're owning companies now. They biotech, wizards and shit. But
plus, they were suspended too. You know what I'm saying? Like when I came, they was off the campus for hazing and all of that.
Yeah, it was like real underground. But I remember we had a fraternity, sorority of all the music heads.
That's right.
Because I remember performing at the talent show. You performing.
One Step Beyond.
Young Guru.
Yep.
It was an amazing time.
Absolutely.
And that was like, I got to Howard, I think a year or two after Diddy left, but shit, his imprint was all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, that was, I like to call it, and probably everybody that went to Howard will call it the golden era, because that 10-year span, I would say from like 86 to about 96, any and everybody came through Howard. Even if you didn't go to Howard, you still came through. It was a lot of cats, and that would come down from where you was from, and you swear they went to Howard.
Hold on.
But they wasn't, and they wound up getting
We called them Howardites.
Nah, but they wound up getting rooms in the dorm, and you be like, how the hell you live here? You ain't even registered.
There's friends that I just found out last year didn't go to Howard.
Exactly.
I'm like, so,
shout out to Case.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, homecoming, my homegirl Michelle. I'm like, so what we doing homecoming? She's like, I don't know, I ain't go to Howard.
Right.
I'm like, bitch, you was on campus every day. I thought we had some classes together. She was like, I ain't had no classes at Howard. I just came up from Philly and I stayed and that was it.
Exactly.
I said, yo, what the fuck, yo? That's so crazy.
Yeah, but it was popping like that.
You actually have a degree from Howard?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, me too.
Yeah,
okay, let's just check it. Let's just check it. I didn't know if you was just
class of 92.
I didn't know if you was just repping the brand and all
class
that
of
type
92.
of shit.
No doubt.
So let's get back to Mark. Mark was at Howard. How did he discover you? How did you guys hook up? Just from kind of being in the same circles?
Well, me and Mark knew each other, but he didn't know really I got down like that. It was D-Dot. D-Dot was the connector, you know what I'm saying?
And D-Dot was in a group, Two Kings.
Two Kings inside him and Ron Lawrence. Also went to Howard, you know what I'm saying? But D-Dot was the one, because me and D-Dot had built a rapport, while, he was out on the road, and even before he got on the road, you know what I'm saying, doing music, sharing thoughts and all that other stuff. But he's the one that brought me to the table with Mark. He told me, yo, I don't know if you knew, but Trey gets down. So basically, he brought the idea to Mark. I sent him a couple of joints, and at the time, people don't know this, at the time I was signed to Carl Martin. Now, Carl Martin is 1/4 of the group of Shy. So,
the light skin dude?
Nah, the Carl Martin, he's a brown skin dude, but he's the one that really penned all the joints. Shout out to Garfield and all of them.
Oh my God, the acapella joint. That shit had Howard on fire, yo. Oh my God. I used to always say, oh, you go to Howard with them dudes sing? You Shy dudes?
Yeah,
like, I know all four of them. I ain't no man, one of them niggas, boy. I ran with that shit, though. For real.
But I was signed to Carl, so you know, but luckily it was an internal thing. So he you know, basically picked up the phone with Carl and was like, all right, I know he's signing you, but you're trying to sign him over here by storm. So I don't know what type
Carl
of
a
business.
nice check?
Yeah, probably.
Back then, though, it was nice.
Yeah,
Everybody played nice back then.
Yeah.
Because Carl, at the time Shaw was blowing up, he probably really didn't have the time. He had the right mindset to sign you.
Yeah.
But he probably really didn't have
Plus,
the time.
I mean, in all fair, he probably, you know, and no disrespect, but he probably
It's getting disrespectful. As soon as you say no disrespect, it's about to get disrespectful.
Nah, but
got my man 6'11" in the house. What up, 6?
But I'm sure he was like, yo, my lane is R&B. I don't know what to do with this hip hop cat.
But he knew
you know
he had
saying?
something.
But he knew he had something. So, you know, the transition was smooth. It was nothing, you know what I mean? But that, shout out to D-Dot. D-Dot made all that happen, you know what I mean? And he actually stayed on board as management. He A&R my project, you know what I'm saying, kind of from the sidelines.
He manages, what, Stevie J now?
Oh, yeah.
D-Dot.
He stays in the mix.
Yeah, he's still doing his numbers.
Exactly.
I think D-Dot kids go here. I see him at
Yeah,
homecoming.
exactly.
And his
daughter.
kids go
Yep,
here.
his daughter goes. Yep.
So, how fast did it move after you signed?
Very. I signed.
So did you already have the theme, Party Time, Ready to Go when you signed with him? Or
Nah.
that was after?
Nah, I signed to By Storm in April of '96. The theme,
He don't smoke no weed because his memory solid gold.
Yeah.
Goddamn, I'd be like, oh,
But you
shit.
know what? You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. I'm a veteran, right? And I stopped for 10 years, but I can't wait to get back. But that's another story. Anyway.
We're going to get to that.
Yeah,
There's
you know what I'm
reasons he
saying?
can't do
You
that.
know what I mean?
There's ESQ at the end of
You know
a
what I'm
nigga
saying?
name. You can't really, you know.
And trust me,
Not on camera and all that.
But I will be back, ladies and gentlemen. I will be back. But nevertheless, I signed in April of '96. The theme, we probably made the theme the summer of '96, and that joint popped off in October of '96. And how it broke was Red Alert. Like, we had serviced it to a bunch of cats, to Clue, to all of these cats. But you know, if you're not in the inner circle, if you're not in the inner circle, they're gonna be like, we're not playing this. Red Alert heard the joint. He heard the samples. He heard that the Pieces of the Dream and the world famous Supreme Team sample.
Who produced that, by the way?
D-Dot. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
D-Dot
shit,
is,
get
you know what I
outta here.
mean?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, D-Dot and Ron Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? The Mystery System. So Red Alert broke that record, and like from the end of October and during all of Thanksgiving, they gave it nothing but burn. New York, Philly, all that.
I
you know
thought
what I mean?
the Live
DC.
Squad broke that record.
I mean, y'all
We
broke
got a
it here.
plaque that said we had something to do
Y'all
with
broke
this
it here.
shit.
Y'all broke it here.
But that's interesting you said that because I was always under the impression that the record broke here.
Nah.
That the record broke in DC.
Nah, Red Alert was the first one to be like, nah, this is a smash. As soon as he said it, it was like a domino effect. You know what I'm saying? Then it worked its way down to Cosmic Kev in Philly. Then it worked its way down to here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, during the holidays.
So all this time, you still in Howard?
No. I graduated in '92, remember? I don't know if anybody in D.C. remembers me, but I used to work at the Giant on 9th and P at the register.
Oh, shit,
from
I know what
'94.
Giant you're talking
You know what I'm
about.
saying? From like '94 to like the winter '96. Soon as I signed my deal, I swear somebody
What, you
told
took the apron
Yup,
off some-
Yup, straight up.
Balled this shit up like
Yup,
Scarface
yup,
did? We outta here.
Yup, we out of here. Exactly. As soon as they cut me my check, my advance, I was gone. But that was a time span between '92 and '96 where I was still, on the grind. Did a little stuff here and there, you know what I'm saying, just to get in the studio. So, just making my music and all that with the hopes of getting that demo tape. Y'all don't know nothing about that.
Goddamn
getting the demo tape into somebody's hand.
All
You
they
what I'm
know is
saying?
YouTube videos.
Exactly.
That's it. No
Exactly.
demos, none of that.
Yeah, y'all got it easy now, you know what I mean?
It's cakey right now.
Yeah, so that's how that happened, man. It happened that fast.
I
yo.
always wanted to know why the hell it was called the theme, wasn't it?
Well, it was the thing.
Instead of called Party
Oh,
Time.
okay, I got a
'Cause
story.
I remember, real quick. I was
Yeah.
on the radio. I had just started my radio career. We on 1580 AM, and everybody kept requesting Party Time, and I was like, we don't have no fucking record called Party Time. And then I connected the dots.
Yeah.
But I remember talking with an executive, and they said you guys lost a lot of steam because the disconnect. It wasn't no internet, it wasn't all of that. So it was a lot of disconnect to what the record was and what the record was called.
Yeah, and that could be true, but I'll give you another tidbit on that. So it was called the theme from the beginning, like that was the name.
Like
that
the
I
party
gave it.
theme.
Yeah,
Right,
But
okay.
Party Time was never supposed to be in the mix. Now this is how this happened. I'm in the studio and I'm waiting to do a take. You know what I'm saying? Do another take on it. So as I'm waiting, I didn't know they had the microphone on. So I'm singing. I remember the Go-Go record. You know what I'm saying? It was Curtis Blow and Trouble Funk. That's actually where the shit came from. So I'm in the booth.
But I said niggas was trying to sue your ass for a track.
No, but I ran it now. But I'm saying I ran into Bowleg and Lou. He was like, "Yo, with my publishing that." This was years ago.
Okay.
So I was like, "But this is what happened." I'm in the booth and I just remembered that shit and I would just start singing it haphazardly, like it's party time. Oh, it's party time. I only said it once. Come on. And they was like, "You ready?" I was like, "All right, I'm ready." So I went down with the verses. I come in the next day. I hear that shit again. I was like, "Y'all recorded that shit?" Because I was slightly twisted, but I remember me saying that. I said, "Y'all recorded that shit?" Like, yeah. Matter of fact, listen. And that's when Mark, you know, had the idea. He ran it from the beginning as the intro, ran it in the bridge, and ran it at the end. But I only took that.
But he didn't run with it. He just ran it.
What they did was they changed the title. They said the theme, and then put in parentheses is party time. So if you look at it on the album, it does say it. It's just not the lead.
Right.
But just he caught lightning in a bottle by just recording that shit and then having the idea just running it down. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as they step in, they breathing, they whatever they doing.
I said that shit one time. And
One
that's,
time?
And that's the shit
One
everybody
take
knows.
Jake, huh?
Hey, but I didn't know I was being taught or whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay, so your first single out the box is a smash hit.
Right.
You out of here at that point.
Thought so.
Why? That's a gift and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
Because the bar set so high, then now they expect everything you put out to be a hit.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep, absolutely.
And you had a lot of great songs. Like I remember, even besides the joint with Big off Your Many Faces, you had a lot. You was changing voices. You was like being super creative.
Yep.
They wasn't ready for all that. They wanted more party times.
Well,
they wanted more themes.
See, and the problem with that was, okay, so Universal was they were just now getting their feet wet into hip hop and how do you market hip hop? You know what I'm saying? So that record actually was not supposed to come out. You know what I'm saying? First, we had another joint that we did over the D'Angelo beat over Lady. You know what I'm saying? That we were gonna run with. We had a record that we did over the Road to the Riches track that Ron Lawrence did with Faith Evans and doing the intro that nobody ever heard that we were gonna run with. But they didn't. Again, they tried to service it. Nobody stuck to it. Once Red Alert jumped on that record, then all of a sudden everything is going too fast. So now Universal is figuring, oh, we gotta play catch up. We gotta drop the album. No, you're not supposed. You gotta set the artist up. I'm a brand new dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody knows who I am, but yet you're gonna push that single and expect that single to carry the album? It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's essentially what happened. You know what I mean?
How frustrating was that? Because you had a monster single, and all you needed was just a little bit more setup time for the album.
At the time, I wasn't really frustrated, Steph. You know why? Because
I
just wanted to get my shit out there. I have been doing this shit for so long, man. You talking about back in high school, I'm writing, I'm sending demo tapes to Next Plateau and all.
Everybody.
I finally signed my joint and I got a record out on the radio. Fuck, let's run with it. You know what I mean? So at the time, I'm thinking, okay, cool. But as hindsight is 20/20. As you think about it, that's when I made the discovery. Nah, they pushed this shit out way, way too fast. And I got a joint with Big on the album that I couldn't market, couldn't promote.
I remember that. Diddy wouldn't clear nothing.
No feature, nothing. Like
it was on the album, you just couldn't say it was on the album.
You had to find it. So I had some setups.
Was it marked on the album featuring Big? Or it was just like a mystery track? Because they used to put mystery tracks in albums.
No, it said keep your hands high. But it never said featuring Big.
No
sticker rights, you know what I'm saying? Like when you used to go on the tower and you see the rapping and you see new album by Tracey Lee with guest appearances from da-da-da-da-da.
But why not? Mark is
hey man, that's the $1 million question. I have no idea. I asked maybe once or twice and I really didn't appreciate the answers that I got. So instead of getting mad, I just said, all right, I chalked that up as the business, you know what I'm saying? And, but hindsight looking, it did me a favor, you know what I'm saying? Because who knows what would have happened if I was able to advertise that and if things would have blew the way I thought it was supposed to be. There would have been no law school. We'd get into it, but there would have been no law school, no lawyer, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? We'd have been doing some other things.
Either path, I think you would have been pretty happy with and whatnot. That's fucked up that they wouldn't let that happen. But I remember that's what happened.
Yep.
You know what I mean? This is
That's
the first
exactly.
time I'm interviewing you, so you verbalizing
Yep.
it. But I remember us all thinking, yo, that's so fucked up
Yeah.
that they won't, put the joint out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we was like, why not? Like,
But here's the bugged out thing though. Like we talking about this shit 20 years later. You see what I'm saying? So it's amazing how that shit never got advertised. Nobody ever knew nothing. But we still talking about this record 20 years later. That just goes to show you how banging that record is.
That record
You know
is
what I'm saying?
definitely banging. So when your album came out, Many Faces,
Yeah.
in March of '97, it didn't do what they thought it was gonna do.
Didn't do what I thought it was.
So what happened? At that point, usually get right back in the studio.
Well,
it can be done because you had a smash.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's
And you never put. Wait a minute, real quick.
Go ahead.
Did you ever put out a remix to that?
Yeah, we put out the after party with Busta.
Okay, all right.
You know what I'm
that
saying?
didn't have as much steam.
Yeah,
Okay.
We got a little MTV rotation and all that. I did
Okay.
some spot things with MTV because of that.
I don't
but-
remember the remix back then.
Nah.
The 90s with the remix.
Yeah, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Busta. I mean, it was a dope record, but you're right. It didn't catch fire like the original. But,
Okay, so did they push you back in the studio?
Well, what they were doing was, again, Universal's a young company that don't know what, at that particular time, that don't know what to do with hip hop. So they really did.
Giving them a lot of slack. Man.
See,
I be
I'm being
fuck
politi-
them, yo, my first joint. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's how it was. But
That's just me.
No, but you're right though, because back then that's how it was. You know what I'm saying? But then I had
but
to.
you kept it
yeah,
to yourself,
kept it-
because I'll never see you rant and go crazy and none of that.
Cause shit, what I'm gonna do? But nevertheless, they didn't know how to market that shit. Like now, after I did the Many Faces shit, first, there were critics that said, "Oh, this nigga's crazy. He don't know which way he wanna go. He's
Yeah, they didn't
schizophrenic.
understand
He don't know if he
that.
wanna party, if he wanna da 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 da."
But
then
you was
after
right
that-
in with the theme of Many Faces.
Nah, but then after that, you hear Sweat and Suit, and you hear all these other split personality motherfuckers come out, and now it's the shit. You see what I'm saying? So basically, I'm ahead of the curve. It's just y'all didn't know what
That's
to
what
do
happened.
with it. You know what I mean?
That's what happened.
So between the time Many Faces dropped and the time I was working on Live from the 215, shout out to my man Fist if he's still in the building, but he had the lead single on that album. That's when they wanted to, and the people in my team at that particular time, because Mark and By Storm took their services to LaFace. So they were no longer affiliated with Universal. Universal said, you can leave, but we're gonna keep Trey because he had some steam. So we're gonna see if we can get something on our return, basically. So when he left though, that was everybody that was in my circle. So I was just like out there on my own. I'm sitting in the A&R meetings. I'm doing all the admin shit. You know what I'm saying? And you look frowned upon as an artist trying to take care of your own business. You're supposed to have a manager in there. You're supposed to have this, and this, and your look. But I'm doing all the shit. So nevertheless, and then they want me to be more direct. So Live from the 215, it was a dope album. Shout out to D-Dot. Me and D-Dot stayed in the studio, countless nights. And shout out to the R&F team, One Step Beyond and the Reaps, making an album that was more direct. But as I sit back and listen to it now, that wasn't really me. You know what I'm saying? It was an immature aspect of me. I'm talking a whole lot of slick talk. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of this.
And that's not what got you there.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? But we thought this is because Universal thought this is what the people wanted to hear. So I got caught in a limbo, not to mention, here comes Nelly. Here comes Cash Money. So they are the emphasis. You know what I'm saying? Like they getting the money pumped into them. Meanwhile, Trey Lee's on the sideline. So, I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. And
That's
not
not
to
what it be.
exactly. And my nucleus, my team was no longer there. By Storm, it went down and the mess with the face.
Real quick, big shout to Fizz and whole question mark asylum. We
Yes.
got them coming up.
Yes.
We're gonna have a live performance right here, so don't look away now.
Indeed,
You know what I'm saying?
indeed.
Why didn't he fight to take you with him? That seems like he kind of
he
abandoned
did.
you for
He did.
a bag.
He did, but Universal again, and this is just my speculation, I think because they wanted to see because I don't know how much bread they made off of the whole situation, but I think they
wasn't letting you out that contract.
They were saying, look, you can go, but we got to keep something in order to attempt to make the bread back. But the funny thing is, that album never came out. You see what I'm saying? The Live from the 215 never came out. You gave me the bread to make it, but you pulled it off the shelf before we could actually get the joint running. They put out ads saying coming in September 2000 and all kind of.
Then pulled it?
Then they never put it out. I'm sitting on 20.
Did you ever put it out?
I'm sitting on 20 joints produced by, 2 of them joints produced by Kanye. You know what I'm saying? I got Corrupt on the album. I got.
This is when Kanye was just a struggling producer too.
And so you can imagine the hunger that's in the production. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting on some joints. You know what I mean? But and I got them. You can go to www.leftent.com. You know what I'm saying? And download the joint. $9.99. I got it. Straight up.
All right. So we got through all this Bostorm shit, and the reason I really wanted to talk to you is because lately there's been a lot of rumblings about your name. You know, on a couple of podcasts, my man Nori, Drink Champs. I don't know if he meant to slight you, but the second time it felt like he didn't really have no regard, that it was like kind of like, oh well, you know, it is what it is. And every time he pulled it back when he said, So let me give you the context of what happened.
Go ahead.
Okay, he's on Drink Champs, Nori, and I forget who they chopping it up with, but the record comes up of T. Lee and Notorious B.I.G. and that, you know, that was the last record that Big had recorded and all of that. And then I forget who chimed in, and somebody said, yeah.
It was Kiss and Lil C's. They was up at Drink Champs
right,
the first time.
And then somebody chimed in and said, oh, but you know, big body Tracey on that
was Nori
record.
that said that. I'm gonna help narrate
okay.
this joint for you. Nah, because I
So
got
you
the play-by-play.
obviously seen it.
Go ahead,
Okay.
finish.
All right. Okay, so that's the part I see, and then you know, kissing them, they didn't deny it in essence, and then a week or two later, another podcast I see.
2 months.
Okay.
I got it calculated.
I saw the podcast
You know what I mean?
a week or two later.
Yeah.
And again it comes up in some strange setting. Who was that?
Meth was there.
Okay.
Wu-Tang.
I love this kid.
A lot of the Wu-Tang members was there.
Damn, his brain cells is all there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pulling shit.
But see, I'm doing this just so people know I don't miss nothing. I may not say nothing,
In your
but I don't
present
miss
profession,
nothing.
that's a hell of a characteristic.
Absolutely.
We gonna get to that in a second.
Absolutely.
So, in a 2-month span, he brought you up twice, but some people would love, like, oh shit, you know, Nori gets a lot of views, a lot of hits, a lot of downloads. He's on Revolt. So a lot of people would be like, well, fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't take it like that. How did you take it?
I took it as, okay, the first time, I took it as, okay, that's that man's opinion. Everybody got an opinion, you know what I'm saying? Everybody listen to music differently. Everybody got their own taste. Fine. You think he bodied me? He bodied me. It's all good.
Who didn't big body?
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I don't, well, we'll get into that.
I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying.
No. I wasn't going to bring me
to
up.
me,
I'm just
the
saying.
GOAT is the GOAT.
Yeah,
like, that's like Jordan. Who?
Hold on. Okay, so sidebar. You think he bodied meth on the what? Nah.
Okay, damn,
You know what I
nigga.
mean?
Damn. Not on that one.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Okay, so then, if that's his opinion, fine. But then, the second time, this is why Kiss and Caesar did. And so, again, going back to, well, Nori kind of, you know, he started backpedaling when he thought Big bodied me to the point where that's the reason why I got out of the game. You know what I'm saying? But Kiss had to correct him and says, no, he's a lawyer now. He went back to law school.
Oh, your man Kiss? Okay,
exactly.
Okay.
He was like, and that's when he was like, oh, my bad. Sorry, Tracey Lee, da-da-da-da. And plus his man, DJ Effin, all the while he was trying to sneak diss me and all it, and not even sneak diss me, but put me out there. Effin was like, nah, that record worked. What are you talking about? That record worked from the beginning. He didn't, you know, try to say.
Effin's a real DJ.
You know what I mean? He was like, no, that record was hot. But okay, so then cool. That's his opinion. Fine. Meth gets on there, and this is the amazing thing to me. Big has done collabos with a bunch of people. He did Flavor in Your Ear. He did a record with Shaq. He did a record with Meth. We already talked about. He did a record with Lil Jamal from Illegal. He did collabos with Mace and
anybody that had the bag.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I remember that he used to do mad records and Puff wouldn't clear the records.
Right.
So it was like, you know, it was like a.
But the amazing,
it was a come up.
Exactly. But the amazing part to me is, out of all of these collabos, you keep bringing my joint up. So I'm just like, okay, this the first time, cool, because y'all talking about collabos. Second time, you talking about the collabo with Meth. But then out of all of these other collabos, you still want to bring my name up like Big Body Me. So now, I'm like, okay, now I got to think about this. Why does he keep bringing my shit up? Number one, I thought, okay, so did I smash one of his Jones back in the day that I don't even know about in the day that I don't even know about? Wait a minute. So these are the things.
What?
And hold on. Shout out to my wife, Lori Lee. You know what I'm saying? I gotta clear that, but this is going on in my head.
I gotta give it to him.
him
Him and wifey is like best friends. They always hang out and
Word
stuff.
up. So I'm thinking that I do that, and I didn't know that it was his joint, and he remembered that. So now he's taking the opportunity since he has the platform to, scream on me. So then I wiped that one out.
You was deep with that one,
You know what I'm
Trey.
saying? So then
Could have been, but
yeah. So then it's like, okay, maybe Nori wanted to do a record with Big and never got the chance to do it with Big. And because I'm an outside dude coming from Philly, I'm not in the New York circle. All of a sudden, I'm brand new, and out the blue, I get a record with Big on December 5th, 1996. While y'all
day
messing
after
with
Jay's birthday,
you know what I'm
right?
saying? Yeah, exactly. So maybe that's the case, or maybe here and I may be reaching.
oh shit.
Maybe he's on Revolt, and there's certain people that planted the seed in his head, like, so but I'll keep that there. Yeah, I'll let y'all think about that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I would just hold it right there. Or maybe that's just his opinion.
I can add.
No, wait a minute.
Can add.
Or maybe that's just his opinion. So now I'm thinking, okay, since you want to put me out there, maybe I need to give you some bars. Maybe we need to see if you can body me. If you think I got bodied by Big, you jump on the regular. But I'm not gonna waste a half a bar.
So did you reach out to Nori? Is that what feel like I'm hearing?
No, not yet. I haven't yet. But I don't think it's apropos. I'm gonna use some words for y'all. I don't think it's apropos.
Anybody could Google that shit, because I've been out of school a long time.
For me to, you know what I'm saying, give I don't think it's apropos for me to give Nori bars like that, because, and I'll let, the listeners or the viewers, has Nori ever been a lyricist to you?
He got lyrics, but I think
I
love Nori
question.
for his character.
I didn't ask you that question.
Put me on the spot.
Is he a lyricist? No, this is a real question.
No.
Okay, so that's what
He got bars, but
that's what ran through my head. Now, if it's somebody like Thought, Jay, blah, 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 of course, as an MC, I got to, stand up for what I think. I'm a lyricist. So now I got to come get you. But with Nori, it's your opinion.
So is it water under the bridge? Or you just felt like at that point, like, come on, dude, that's twice.
I mean, it is water under the bridge, but what I did was I just put it out there for the people to decide. That's why I put it on my IG page. That's why I put it on my Facebook page. Because I wanted the people, if you didn't hear what Nori said, I want you to hear this. And then you make the decision for yourself. Did Big body me or didn't? If you think he did, that's fine. It's your opinion. But I got a whole lot of people that looked at that joint and said, Nori's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I can't say it was a body. You held your own. I mean, given that who Big is and was, and even at that time, I didn't feel like he overshadowed
but Steph,
you.
if you did, that's your opinion. It's cool.
True.
You know what I'm saying? It's
just when you say it on such a big platform.
Not even that.
It feels like a swipe.
Not even that. You did it twice in a 2-month span. Like, why
so
am
you
I
feel
in
like
your
that wasn't accidental?
Nah, like why do me? Like I said, out of all the collabos, you singled me out twice. Like, damn, you could have picked another record. So that's what I'm saying. It's something else. It ain't that record. It can't be that record. You know what I'm saying? Not to do that shit twice. You know what I mean? Unless he just really just drug me through the ground. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't have nothing to get to the joint. Otherwise, like, damn, you bring me up twice.
I mean, did you run through Queens during them party time days?
Nah. I know a couple people in Left Rack, man. Shout out to Left Rack, you know what I mean? But, that's the, like I said.
Your first theory might have some validity to it, you know what I'm saying?
If I did, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. You know what I mean? But, you know, like I said, it ain't really his opinion. It's the fact that you did it twice. And I have no idea why I'm on your mind like that. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Well, it's not it for you because 10 years, I would say, more or less, after, I would say you hung up the mic, in essence, you started a whole nother career.
No doubt.
And it's very apropos that I use it correctly.
Let's go, Steph. Let's go.
I'm at the HU,
Let's go.
Yeah, my memory good.
You know, cats used to get mad at me back then because I would like
them big words.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Yo, man, stop using the big words in the rhyme." Like, nah, them niggas look it up, man. That's how you teach them.
Yeah, now that's what it is. So you are Tracey Lee Esquire now.
Indeed.
Actually dropped the project ESQ, The Revelation, in October 2014 on your own label. L Left Entertainment.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you this. A lawyer? God damn, that's a lot. So many years after you got out of college.
Right.
What made you decide to do that? Was it because of your experience in the music business and how fucked up it was, the paperwork, this and that?
Bingo.
So you said, you know what? If I knew the old cliche, what I knew then, if I knew now, I wouldn't be, you know.
But it wasn't just in bingo. You're absolutely right. But it wasn't just for me. It was for other cats coming up too. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like, you know, I didn't have the kind of guidance that I needed, you know, to navigate me through the pitfalls, the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows of the business. If I'd have had somebody in my corner like that from a legal perspective, then I think it would have went differently. So now, cats is coming up in the game, if they choose to look me out or seek me out or I, you know, meet you or whatever. Now you got somebody that not only understands the behind the mic aspect, but in front of the mic aspect too. You know what I'm saying? Not only as an MC, not only as an artist, but now I got the legal mind. So I can tell you whatever direction it appears to be.
So you're an entertainment lawyer.
Absolutely.
And you've worked with Eric Roberson, which is another HU cat.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yep.
And my man, Young Guru, who is
absolutely.
Jay-Z's DJ, engineer, and was your DJ when you first dropped.
Well, actually, DJ Parlay, my man Jay, you know what I'm saying? Jay Perry was my first DJ. He went out.
Shit got hot and heavy.
Yeah.
I remember it being Guru.
Well, Guru stepped up. My man John Doe stepped up. You know what I'm saying? So it was all R&F fam. Like, whenever, you know, somebody would come and pick up the pieces, you know what I'm saying? So.
And now, that's it? You just a lawyer? No more.
Oh, no.
Because 2014, that's a few years ago. Seems like you still had still had something to say. Had to, you know what I mean? Once an MC, always an MC.
Absolutely.
Did you ever think about that? Doing a case like defending somebody with a rhyme? He didn't kill him. He didn't drill him. Y'all niggas is illin'. I would love to hear it. I'd be like, not guilty. Yes, fuck it. I would go crazy.
Let me tell you how similar.
Because I heard a nigga got out of a charge, rhyming to the judge like, I got a future. Please don't lock me up. And the judge was like, all right, we gonna give you a shot, nigga. That was different.
Let me tell you something. That shit is so, like, I was in a mock trial class when I was in school. That shit is so similar to being on stage. It's theatrics. You know what I'm saying?
So that worked to your advantage.
Oh, what? I got an A in the class. It was easy. Like, because I put on the show. Like, it was somebody else defending the case, and they was just, you know, by the book, by the letter, da-da-da. Nah, I put on the show in the joint, and motherfuckers started clapping. Gave me a standing ovation. Yeah, like, word. You know, but it's so much similarity as long as you know the law. You know what I'm saying? So the transition as far as that, now, I never wanted to be a trial lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to do that, but the transition was seamless. You know what I'm saying? As far as that's concerned. But I never stopped making music. Even before I went to law school, in between that period when I got dropped and all that, and I moved down to Atlanta, was moving furniture and shit. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I popped up with somebody, I was working for errands, and I was moving a couch or some shit. They was watching BET. And as I'm moving the shit in,
your shit is on?
The video came on.
Yo, okay.
They looked. And they looked at me, and they looked at it. They like, "What the hell are you doing here?" You know what I mean?
That's what people don't understand about this business is you're not hot forever.
Absolutely.
And you're not. And if you are, like, the brighter the light, the quicker it burns out. And yo, some similar shit like that, like crazy shit like that happened to me.
Yeah.
I was I don't know wherever the fuck I was, and you know, somebody recognized me. And I was like, oh no, you know what I did? A friend of mine, he owns like a company that services high schools with caps and gowns and all that. So I bought into the company. You know, I'm on my bullshit, but there's only 3 niggas in the company, so I gotta get out here and make sure some of this shit is going.
Right.
So I'm in the Bronx. I got like 15 schools. We got like 70 schools in New York. So I got 15 schools in the Bronx that I just gotta go check, pick up the check, drop off their caps and gowns. I'm like, fuck it, I could do that. Like, I got a daughter to feed. Like, when shit ain't right,
absolutely,
you gotta keep that money coming in.
That's right.
And I'm sitting there talking to the vice principal, and she said, I know you from somewhere. I just started gritting my teeth like, God damn. I mean, I switched my whole look up, everything. I was trying to.
No, but how did you feel? Did you feel uncomfortable?
I felt fucked up. I'm not even gonna lie. I felt like shit.
But that's a real feeling, right?
I felt like shit because I felt disappointed in myself.
Right.
Because it's you know, as an artist, you do it for the fans.
Yep.
You know, you give these fans these expectations. And like I said, it's peaks and valleys. It's really fucking hard to stay here all through your whole career. I don't know nobody who was hot they whole fucking career.
Yeah, even Mike Jack hit a low point.
Yo,
people don't even understand
that. Look at all
when
these
his voice
actors
changed,
and shit right now. These big actors, all these Academy Oscars and shit. And my man James Franco just got deaded from the Oscars from some shit 15, 20 years. So, I mean, what he did was fucked up if he did it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But, and what I'm saying is, like, for me, I felt horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she was saying it like, you know, what happened to you? And I'm like, life, bitch. I got a kid. I got, you know? But she didn't see all the other shit because I started being a little bit more behind the scenes because, you know, you can't stay in front of the camera forever. You know, I can't. But, you know, it's hard. It's extremely hard.
Nah, but and that's a great point that you made. Like, you know, especially when you, like you said, you were at a certain point and all of a sudden. I know, but
she's a good friend of mine to this day. But
and see, that's the important thing of it. And
she didn't fuck me up. She didn't crush me like she could have. Nah. She just was like, cause she went to Howard. So when it clicked, and she knew Philippa, my old roommate. So she was like, bitch, I know you. Like, why you come in here with the Stephanie shit? What's Steph Lover? I'm like.
But see, it's a humbling thing. You know what I'm saying? And what it does is it gives you humility. And it gives you that sense of, okay, I can go from here, back down, back up, back down, and as long as you remain the same, people will see that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't give a damn if you was on TV or you was in the streets, blah, blah. There may be some naysayers and some cynical motherfuckers that'll say some shit like, oh, you ain't doing nothing, I don't see you on the tube, but they don't know your life. You know what I'm saying?
You know what my response be, Trey? They be like, oh, you a has-been or whatever, and I be like, well, you was a never was.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
I'd rather be a one-hit wonder than a no-hit wonder,
but it's
nigga.
All, it's all
you
on
know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But it's all on how you feel about yourself. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about what their perception is.
I grew up in the projects. I wasn't supposed to do shit. I was supposed to be a statistic, have a baby by 15. I feel great about where I'm at in life. You know what I'm saying? And then right after that, me and homegirl, we wound up being fast friends. She was the first person to congratulate me when I got the morning show at PGC because she saw the work. She saw the humble shit. She saw me coming in there delivering them fucking capes and them pictures of them fucking kids and all that. And she never shitted on me. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I even spoke at their 8th grade graduation. I put the shit into a hip hop speech because I was nervous. I was like, you know, but she was like, come on, Steph, you could do it. I don't know what to tell these kids. I was smoking yesterday. What the fuck I'm gonna tell them today? Don't smoke? Shit. I probably bought one from them niggas yesterday. So it was that. She was like, yo, you could do it. And I did what was comfortable to me, which was like I was doing shit like after the commencement speech, I said, you know, y'all going into high school. Just remember, nothing can stop you. You're all the way. And they was like finishing.
They related
to it.
because
I was trying to relate. Like, what am I
to
going to relate? I'm well older than them. They 8th grade going to 9th. But they got it. And that's the beauty of fucking hip hop.
Absolutely.
Word. You can always fall back.
Hip hop always bridges the gap. Yeah. Always.
You know how many lives hip hop has saved?
That's what I'm saying.
And you know how many lives you're going to save by being a lawyer helping, you know, folks out.
Indeed.
So we about to get up out of here because we could go on forever. But what I want to know is the Young Guru and Jay-Z factor.
Right.
Did you ever like pressure school to like, oh, I can get up there and get on that Rock Nation situation?
Nah, man, nah.
Because Goon's that kind of guy. He would definitely put in the work.
Yeah, but I think everybody has their path. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been, just to give you a brief background, I've always been, even though I was raised in Philly, you know what I'm saying, I moved around a lot. And I've always been like the new kid in the class. And so being a new kid in the class, you kind of
make friends fast.
Yeah, but see, I'm the type
and then
that,
used to being a loner too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, whenever there's some new transition or something new going on, I always take my ball and go to the corner and try to figure it out first before I inundate somebody with what I'm trying to do, or can you help me out, blah, blah, blah. I'd rather for you to see what I'm doing, and then you see maybe there's an opportunity to merge without getting taken advantage of. That's when I bring you to the table and be like, okay, since you asked, let's see if we can do X, Y, and Z. So that's the reason why I never really approached Google with any type of, yo, can you help me out with that situation? You know what I mean?
I'm sure he would have if you would have.
Oh, absolutely. That's my man, 50
But you
grand.
helped him out with some paperwork,
Oh,
though.
absolutely. Absolutely. I helped, well, that's a whole nother story.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Last but not least, before you get out of here, you wearing the HU shit heavy.
All day.
You party every year. Can you believe I've never been to one of your...
Steph,
Because I'm usually
shame on
working.
you.
I'm
Shame
usually
on
working.
you.
This year, though, 2018, I will be at the Tracey Lee Howard Homecoming event.
Yeah.
I heard you have the premiere party of the weekend.
Shout out to the one in Kit Kat Productions. Yeah, absolutely.
And it goes down. It's usually all-inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
How long you been doing it?
Oh, man, since 2008. 2008, so we running 10. This will be 10 years.
It's the anniversary. I'm coming to the anniversary. Everybody with me.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Howard Homecoming 2018. T. Lee. Let's hear it for Tracey Lee.
Salute.
Damn, that was a good interview.
You know what I mean?
One more time for Tracey Lee, Esquire, bitches.
Salute.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ain't jerking no more paperwork
I mean?
this way, goddamn. And shout out to the girl, Chrissy Snow. Goddamn, this fool.
Yeah.
Glad the interview was wrapped up because my shit got cold.